Okay, so for this one, we are even getting more complicated because there's more atoms and there's a polyatomic ion here and there's 2 of them, and then we have some more stuff going on. So this one looks really, really complicated. First thing you have to do, split it up into each element to find out the mass of each one, and then we're going to add them all up. So the first one up is NH4. This is a polyatomic ion. Because this is in parentheses and there's 2 of all of this, I want to find the mass of only the inside, and then I'm going to multiply it by 2. That's just because it's easier for me to understand what's going on. So for nitrogen, the mass of nitrogen is 14.007. 14.007. The mass for hydrogen is 1.008. 1.008. However, I have 4 hydrogen atoms. There's a 4 next to my hydrogen. That means I have 4 hydrogen atoms. So I have to multiply this number by 4. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to do that right now. So 1.008 times 4. This is equal to 4.032. So I have the total mass of my hydrogens. Now I'm going to add the nitrogen. Plus 14.007. So the total mass of this thing in here, just NH4, is NH4. Is equal to 18.039. Okay? So now, I found the mass of the inside, but I have 2 of these. I have 2 NH4s. So I have to multiply this mass by 2. I have to multiply it by 2. This is why it's getting trickier, just because there's a lot of little numbers, little subscripts. So 18.039 times 2. That's 36.078. So I have this whole thing up here. Let me see if I can fit it in here. Including the subscript is a total of 36.078. 2 polyatomic ions of NH4 is 36.078. So now we're halfway done. Now I just need to find the mass of this part. So I'm going to find the mass of S. Sorry about that. The mass of O. So the mass of S, which is sulfur, is 32.066. 32.066. The mass of oxygen is 15.999. 15.999. However, there are 3 atoms of oxygen. There's a little 3 next to O. So there's 3 atoms of oxygen. That means I need to multiply this mass by 3. So, one more time. 15.999 times 3 is 47.997. So now I can add the total mass of oxygen for this part right here, plus the total mass of sulfur for this part here. So I'm going to add sulfur plus 32.066. And this compound right here, SO3, gives me a mass of 80.063. Okay, so now we have the total mass of this part of my compound, the total mass of this part of my compound, and now I can just add these 2 together. Finally, almost done. So 80.063 plus 36.078. 36.078, and that is equal to 116.141. I'm just going to leave it here. I'm not going to round anything. All right, and that's atomic mass units. So, for this compound, I know it is really, really long. All you are doing is just adding the mass of each element in the compound. This total compound has a mass of 116.141 atomic mass units. I know that for this compound, in this molar mass, there are 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles within that total mass. So you're going to do this for every single problem. Find the total mass, and you know that within that total mass, there are this many atoms or this many particles. And that is it.